Hi! In this demo, we're going to take a look at the Unity scene view and how to both navigate it and add game objects to it. For this demo, we're going to use a Universal 3D game project as the example. You can do the same thing with 2D game projects, but for this one we'll use 3D to better show off interactions with the Z-axis. When you create any new project in the Unity game engine, it will automatically create and place you in a sample scene. You'll want all your scenes to have appropriate names for their content. I'm going to rename this one Pyramid, because that's what we'll be working on. Once it's renamed, you can see on our hierarchy that the scene has been renamed to Pyramid. Now let's add a game object to our Pyramid scene. Game objects can be thought of as any asset within your scene. Characters, props, audio emitters, cameras, particle effects, every single thing that appears in the game world is a game object. We can add a new game object a number of different ways, but I'm going to show two of them. At the top left of your hierarchy panel, we can select the plus sign, then come down to 3D Object, and click Cylinder. Alternatively, you can right-click with your mouse in the hierarchy window, then come down to Object, and again select Cylinder. Now that we've created an object, let's talk about manipulating our view within the scene. First, let's cover the orientation gizmo. The orientation gizmo is only available in 3D projects. Remember, if anything is ever missing from your scene view, ensure it is enabled from the overlay menu. As we move the camera throughout the scene, the orientation gizmo will always show us what direction the X, Y, and Z axes are currently facing based on our orientation. We can also click the colored cones to move to a straight-on view from that direction. Once viewing from a certain direction, you may want to click this button here to enable isometric, or ISO, view. Isometric view is a view without depth, meaning that objects will always appear with a consistent scale, even objects that are far away. For this example, we're going to leave it in perspective mode. Beyond the orientation gizmo, there are three primary ways to move around the game scene: panning, orbiting, and zooming, plus a fourth method I'm going to show at the end. To pan, we can select the View tool and left-click and drag the scene. This allows us to pan the camera's view along the X and Y axes. We can also pan by clicking and dragging with the middle mouse button. The next movement is orbiting, which allows us to manipulate the angle that we're viewing from. The Orbit tool is accessed differently on Windows or Mac machines. On Windows, hold the Alt key and left-click and drag within your scene view. On Macs, hold the Option key and left-click and drag. Once holding the appropriate key, left-clicking, and dragging, you can see our view orbits around the game world. Just like orbiting, zooming can be performed by holding the Alt or Option keys and right-clicking and dragging. This allows you to smoothly zoom in and out of your scene. You can also zoom by scrolling up and down. Finally, we can move around the scene using the Free Move tool. You access this by right-clicking and holding within the scene view. While still holding right-click, you can use the arrow keys or the WASD keys to fly the camera around the scene like a spaceship. This gives you a quick and easy way to move around or view your scene from new angles. If you ever move your scene view far away from your objects, or if you want to quickly focus on one particular object, you can select an object from the hierarchy and hit F on your keyboard. This will zoom your camera straight to that object. You can remember this shortcut because F stands for Focus on Object. Let's now switch from moving the scene camera to moving objects within the game world. Let's select our cylinder within the hierarchy. Once it's selected, we can click the Move tool here in the top panel. When the Move tool is selected, you'll see another type of gizmo on the game object. This gizmo allows us to move our game object along three different axes. Red is X-axis for left and right. Green is Y-axis for up and down. Blue is Z-axis for forward and backward. Remember that in 2D game projects, the Z-axis basically doesn't exist, and X and Y are the primary axes. An easy way to remember what these different colors represent is by looking at your orientation gizmo, where the 3 different axes are labeled. You can also drag the square along the inside of the gizmo, which allows you to move along 2 axes at the same time. For example, along the Y and Z axes, or the X and Y axes. You also have a rotate tool, which allows you to rotate your object to different degrees by simply dragging along that axis. And finally, the scale tool, which can be used to make your object larger or smaller along each axis. Now that you know how to add a game object to your scene, and a bit more about maneuvering the scene view, it's your turn to create your pyramid.